मैं फ्रेम के बाहर तो नहीं चली गई ऐसा लग रहा है मैं बाहर
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ ਥੋੜਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਲੈਫਟ ਅੱਛਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਲੈਫਟ ਹੈ ਆਪਣਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਰਾਈਟ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ये रिकॉर्डिंग चल रही थी
मैंने
Good morning. So today is Sunday. We are going to make food today as I promised in my last video. So I'm going to share all the tips that I follow in order to stay healthy while on the road, because this is one of the biggest concerns, especially for truck drivers. So what I'm going to do today is we are going to make 3 different stops. So my first stop is going to be in terms of shopping for meat. The second one is going to be packing stuff like foil paper and parchment paper and stuff like that. And my third stop is going to be for groceries. So for meat, I'm gonna go to Iqbal Meats. That's a very good stop for variety of meat. That's the one stop for everything. The second one will be Dollarama. It's very budget friendly for packing stuff, for little things that you need. The third one is No Frills. I feel No Frills is very economical for a single person or a couple. So let's start our day. Let's go to our first stop is Iqbal Meats. I go there first in the morning because on the weekend it gets very busy. Sometimes it takes a couple of hours to get served because you have to take a number to get served. So just a pointer here that if you want to buy anything at Iqbal Foods, when it comes to raw meat, it's all halal. And the first thing you want to do is grab a number if you are buying more than one items. But if you are only buying one item, you don't really need a number. So let's go to our next stop, which is No Frills. This is all what I need from here, and I guess I am pretty much done. I am now done at No Frills. It's quite rainy today. My budget at No Frills is usually $60, and I made it close to 65, which is not bad. Our last stop is Dollarama. Let's go to Dollarama, grab some little stuff, and then we are good with our shopping. Right guys, so now we are done with our grocery shopping. Let's go and start cooking. For the menu for our entire week, I have decided to make a egg toast for the breakfast. We're gonna do a special chicken korma recipe along with some rice for our lunch, and then we're gonna make a chickpea salad for the dinner along with some soup if we have enough time. We will try maybe tomato soup, or we'll do a clear chicken lemon soup. So let's get started. So we're gonna start making our omelette toast. Let me tell you first what we're gonna use. We're gonna use 3 eggs, this multi-grain bread, sun-dried tomatoes, some tomatoes, green onions, and green chilies. So 1 egg and 2 egg whites. We will add some green onions and green chili. We'll add some pepper, some salt. Now we'll just whisk it. Use butter or olive oil, but I'm gonna use this oil from the sun-dried tomatoes. We will just put the eggs. I'm gonna add some cheese, sun-dried tomatoes, and that's it. Make our chicken recipe. But for chicken, we have to make chicken a little bit separately and the curry separately. So we're gonna start with chicken. I'm gonna take some olive oil not too much, maybe like 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna add some cumin seeds. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon ginger garlic paste. At this point, I'm going to add chicken. So what I'm using for chicken is chicken thigh, which is boneless. You can use chicken with bone or chicken breast, whatever you like, but it's best, made with chicken thigh. So I would prefer use chicken thigh. In this, I'm gonna add some salt, not too much because we are gonna also add some spices to the curry, and then we will add some black pepper. Along with this, I usually use this dried fenugreek leaves. This is optional. If you can find it, great. If not, that's fine, but it just adds flavor to it. You can find it at Walmart or any Indian store basically. And then we are going to mix everything. Let it sit on a medium flame for, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes, and keep checking on it in between. In the meanwhile, chicken is getting ready. Let's work on our chicken curry. A little bit of olive oil, and then let it heat for a moment. We're gonna add some cumin seeds and oil here. We're gonna add a little bit of ginger garlic paste. Along with that, I am going to add 1 onion and some green chili. So you don't have to finely chop it, just whatever the way you can chop it, chop, because it's going in the blender anyways. And with this, I am actually going to add some cashews. This is the main ingredient for the recipe. Do not miss this. So I'm gonna add like a handful. We will let it sit until it turns golden brown. And we will also add some salt. Again, not too much because we will add some later. And a little bit of black pepper at this time. It's pretty much golden brown. I'm gonna take it out. We'll take it out in this bowl and we are going to let it sit for like 10 minutes before we put this in the blender because it's really hot. We're gonna use the same pan, add a little bit of oil. I'm gonna use this tomato puree. It's a crushed tomato, so we will just use we'll use 3 to 4 tablespoons of that, and add some salt, black pepper, do some turmeric powder, and then some red pepper. We will let it sit for like 2 to 3 minutes until it cooks well. And then let's check on the chicken. It looks fine too. Usually almost like when it's 90% done, the chicken should be good to go. We're gonna let it sit for another 2 to 3 minutes. It is still cooking. Let's blend this mixture that we had. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. It looks like very creamy. Tomato is pretty much done. We're gonna add this mixture to the tomatoes. Mix it well. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. We will take the chicken and add chicken to this mixture. On top of it, we will add, so this is another important spice that has to go in here. It's called korma spice. So I'm gonna take maybe a spoon of it. Along with this, we're gonna add some half and half cream. This is what I usually use, light cream or half and half cream, whatever you find. This is gonna give the recipe a more creamier texture. We will let it sit for like 5 minutes, and in the end we can taste for the salt and other spices. If you feel there is anything that's missing, then you can just top it off with some more spice and cilantro in the end to decorate it a little. Let me know if you guys try this recipe. How did you find it? Because it's very close to butter chicken. It's not butter chicken, but it's very close to butter chicken. And it only takes you, what, 30 minutes or 35 minutes to make. Let's work on our rice. Since the chicken is ready, rice is pretty straightforward. It's only gonna take 10 minutes. So I have taken like this size of cup of 1 cup of rice. So we will just wash the rice thoroughly. Let's put the rice in this bowl. And I'm just gonna do it here. It was 1 cup of rice. I'm gonna add 2 cups of water. We'll add a little bit of salt, not too much, and let it sit for like 10 minutes. And that's it. I don't do a lot with the rice since our curry is heavy. That's all we will do with the rice. Okay. Since the rice is taking its time, let's work on our dinner, which is the chickpea salad. Usually I use the canned chickpeas, but you can also boil them at home. So I'm gonna just open the can, wash them and dry them a little bit, and then we'll work on the other ingredients of the salad that goes with the dinner. Along with that, I'm actually gonna make some grated carrots with the vinegar. I'm gonna take these carrots, let's wash them. In this I'm gonna add half a cup of vinegar. We will add some water to it, and we will let it sit for like 15 minutes. For dressing for our chickpea salad, we're going to take like a little bit of olive oil. In this I'm going to add 2 lime. We'll do a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. Mix it well. I'm going to take the chickpeas that we already rinsed and washed. In this I'm going to add all the chopped vegetables, tomato, onion, some cilantro, and I'm gonna just add the dressing to it. You can add some extra salt if you feel like you need more, and then we will just give it a nice mix. I usually use these jars to store them, so I'm gonna just put these in the jar. We will chop this off with our carrot that we had in the vinegar. This is how our final chickpea salad jar looks like. So I added the chickpeas, added some cucumber on the top, and then the vinegar, carrots, which is very healthy. And I think I'm not going to do any soup because this meal for breakfast, lunch and dinner will be more than enough. I won't need any soup. This should do for the week. So guys, I tried my best to make the food look as aesthetic as possible, but I am not a professional chef, so this is how I do my meal prep for the week when I am on the road. Even today, like I do it every other week. There is a couple of equipments that I would like to show you that had made my life easier on the road. So one of them is this single burner. It's electric. This is from Toastmaster. You can actually get it from Walmart. It's very cheap. I think I bought it for around $20 or so. And I have this for now 2 years, which is very, very good. The other thing that I had with me was a milk frother because I love coffee. When I was on the road, I would use this milk frother. It has like double heads. You can get the one with a single, but it's again, you just charge it and you can just store it, and goes well for like 3 to 4 days without charging. And it has different levels. Again, I am not advertising for anyone, but these are some of the very budget friendly and compact equipments that I prefer to use. This saves you a lot of money. You're not spending a lot of money on the coffee, on food. You have everything in the truck. Since you are traveling 5 days a week, it's important to invest into these kind of equipments. This here costed me I think $25. It's easily available on the Amazon. There was one more thing that I would carry with me, was a smoothie blender, which I would also use for cold coffee and stuff. That also costed me I think $25, easily available on Amazon, but I happened to lose it. But these 2-3 things are a good investment when it comes to your health. on the road. If I conclude my day today, I think I've spent around 2 hours doing the groceries and maybe another 2 hours making the meal for the entire week. And if I do a total for my budget, I think I have pretty much spent around $50 to $60. I am pretty sure most of the groceries that I have will be carried on to my next week, so I think I have spent less than that. Other thing that I would like to add to today's video is that when you are crossing border, there are restrictions for certain foods that you cannot carry, such as citrus. Anything citrus like lime, lemon, oranges, you cannot take across border. Other thing that you cannot carry is anything plant-based, which is raw, or dairy products like milk or cream. For more clarification, I will put a link in the description so that you can have a better understanding of what you need to carry and what not to carry. In doubt, you can always ask the officer at the border and they will guide you better. Along with that, make sure that you declare every single thing that you are taking across border, because if anything gets caught in the inspection, then you are entitled to pay a fine. Do let me know if you liked any of the recipes that I shared today, and if you want to share anything from your personal experiences, do comment in the comment box for other truckers that they can follow through. I hope today's video was somewhere helpful. Before steering ahead, let's learn together, and I will see you at the next day.